Hey folks, my name's John Oakes. I'm here with Hankster's Hot Rods in Homer City, Pennsylvania, and today, as always, I'm coming at you with another addition to our new inventory, a 1967 Corvette Stingray convertible. Obviously, the outside of the car is going to be really nice here. It's a Corvette, it's fiberglass, there's no cracks or anything like that in any of the fiberglass panels, and all the paint all looks to be in really good shape on this car. The little bit of bright work that is here also, all in really good condition too. So things like your bumpers, front and rear, any kind of trim and so forth. And we'll go through that as we walk around, all of which is in really good shape. So obviously with our Corvette here, you're going to have those hideaway headlights up front. And again, they are functional. As we come back here, we'll go ahead and talk about our wheels and tires real quick. 15-inch factory rally wheels, both front and rear. Obviously, you can see they are complete with the beauty rings and the center caps. The other thing you'll notice here, to give it that nice classy look or classic look here, they have the BFGoodrich Silvertown Radial TAs. Now again, most of the time in these Redlines, you see that they're a bias ply tire. These are the modern upgrade to that. You still get the classic look, but you get it in a radial tire. Now these are 205/75 15s, all four corners. The tread is in excellent condition on these. As we work our way back a little bit further, again on these Corvettes being all fiberglass and such, you'll see our gaps to our front side of our door as well as the back side here, all in really good condition here. Again, very small little paint chips here on the back edge of the door, but again, everything's been brush touched and still looks really good. Obviously, we've got just the driver's side mirror. This is a manually adjusted mirror, so you'd have to reach out and go ahead and position it wherever fits nicely for you. As far as all of our bright work here, our trim that we talked about, all of that is all attached as it should be, fits nice and tight, polished up really well, and good and polished up here also. Glass, windshield, wing window, and your door window here, your door glass, all of that's in good shape too. There's no chips, no cracks, no scratches in any of that. The chrome finish on your door handle, no pitting there at all. And then of course, if we look down, we're going to notice that this car does have the side pipes on it. And that's functional side pipes, and you can see you've got the cover on there so that when you do step out of the car, you don't get your leg against that and possibly burn your leg. That's going to protect that. Now let's go ahead and open up our door. We'll take a look at the interior. A nice blue interior on this car, blue upholstery, blue carpeting. You've got the black dash as well, the wood grain steering wheel, the 3-spoke wheel. The center console there, you can see, does have the emergency brake handle there. It is also the 4-speed shifter. That dash, all factory instrumentation in there, working clock as well, and it's got the Delco radio in there as well also. Now again, you can look at the carpeting and see the condition. No rips, no tears, and no fading whatsoever on that carpeting. As far as your door panels go, door panels are in great shape. A lot of times you'll see some maybe cracking and so forth on the armrest pads, but on this car here, no cracks whatsoever. It looks to be really nice shape. As far as the other things that we always look at, of course, we're going to look at things like our weather stripping and our seals here up around your top, okay, and all the way around your door. And again, all of this is in really good shape here. No rips, no tears, everything's pretty soft. Again, it's going to seal up really nice from the outside elements. Also, you do have seat belts in there to keep you good and safe. We'll close this up. Good, the door shuts nice and easy. The convertible top here, of course, this is a manual top. And again, you do have the panel back there that you would raise up. Put all your convertible top back in there. It folds real nice and easy up in there. Put your cover back down again. Gives it a real nice look here, all smooth and everything back through there. The top itself is in really good shape. All of your seams and stitching and so forth all look to be in good condition. The color, I mean, this is clean cleaned up really, really nice. Nice bright white here. The only thing I do see is just a little teeny tiny, you know, little, I guess a tear or something, just rub where the window may have rubbed it there, right on the corner there. But other than that, everything looks good. You've got your seal back here also. That's all nice and soft and seals up nice. Of course, the back window in here, this is your plastic window, but you can see how nice a condition that is. You don't see, you know, any kind of like fold marks or anything from it being folded up for any time too long or anything like that. It's nice and straight. Again, not really distorted as far as a plastic window goes on these convertible tops. As we come back a little bit further, of course, you're going to see the rear mounted antenna here for the radio. Again, your bumper here, again, in really good shape. That would be kind of like your split bumper on the back here. Again, no pitting, no scratches really, nicely polished up. As far as the rear end goes itself, tail lights, bezels, all in good condition up back here. No cracks or chips in any of that. The bezels are polished up really nice. Of course, you got your flip open gas lid here. So that's all functional. Of course, you do fill the fuel right through there. No trunk that we can really open up on this car to go over. Didn't have one. Of course, you've got your Corvette Stingray badging back here too on the rear of the car. And as we walk around to the passenger side now, again, just all the same stuff over here. Your BFGoodrich Silvertown radials, 205, 75, 15s, as I mentioned before. You can take a look at the condition of the beauty rings and the center caps. Again, the door handle itself, chrome is in really nice shape. You can see your gaps. Elevations are dead on. All your body lines all match up really nice. The glass on the passenger side of the vehicle, same thing here. No chips, no cracks, no scratches on that. All of your bright work and trim around here, all in really good condition here. Over on this side, same thing. All your stitching and your seams on your convertible top here are all in really good shape. And we'll open it up. That way you can kind of take a look at the interior now from the passenger side. And again, all the same stuff. Your upholstery there, no rips or tears in the upholstery. That all looks good. Carpeting, same thing. No rips, tears, or fading in the carpeting. That blue carpeting looks really nice. You see that all of the seat belts, which would just be your two front bucket seats, those are all intact, functional, usable. Your e-brake handle, the center console, and so forth. The dash pad itself is in great shape. So we'll close this up. Again, that shuts nice and easy, and we'll kind of work our way forward. You got the vents there on your front fenders, and we'll just basically walk around to the front. Again, since we're up front here, the front bumper, again, kind of got that, won't call it really a split because it is connected there in the center, but again, kind of the appearance of a split bumper, but again, all of your chrome and so forth in good shape. Those flip open headlights, all your gaps all the way around look good. And then of course, you've got your cross flags, emblems, and then gaps all the way around the hood are very uniform. Windshield is in great condition, no chips or cracks in that. Nice set of windshield wiper arms, as well as a nice set of blades there. All your vents all look good, and even down inside look very nice as well. What I'll do next is I'm going to go ahead and open up our hood. So of course on the Corvette, it does have a pull lever inside. We're going to go ahead and do that. That way you can see that works. There you go. I'll come around and raise that hood up. And then that way we can talk about the engine, the drive line before we get it up on our lift. And let's see if I can get her to hook there. There we go. Whoop. Yep. Okay. All right, so again, the Corvette, obviously, the hood flips forward there after you pop it. The underside of the hood, all black underneath there, looks really good. As far as the engine compartment, the engine bay, all black in here. Do have an aluminum radiator here with the shroud, your clutch fan up there as well. As far as the motor, you see it does have a sticker on the top of that air cleaner, and that is in fact what's in this car. It is a 327 cubic inch motor. It is not the original motor. motor though. It is an not an aftermarket, but it's just not the original. We do run the casting numbers and so forth on them. So we do have all that information, but it is not original. 327 though, it does look like it's got, I think that is an aluminum intake there. Of course, it's got the finned Corvette valve covers there, a nice chrome air cleaner, nice chrome oil fill tube there to kind of help dress things up. As far as the exhaust goes, they've got a set of stock exhaust manifolds, which a lot of people use the stock ones. They seal up a lot better than, say, a set of headers do. You almost never have issues with those. But it does have the dual exhaust, the dual tailpipes there as far as the exhaust goes. As far as the ignition, you can see it's got the stock style distributor and a stock style coil on it. Alternator belts and everything like that all look good. Power steering car, power steering belt looks good. And it is a manual brake car as well. It is 4-wheel disc brakes though, and stops really, really good, steers really, really good too also. As far as anything else though up here, as far as the engine goes, that's pretty much it from what I can see. Behind this we do have the Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission, and then of course it's got your stock Corvette rear end in it, 323 gear with the POSI in it, so that's going to get you going down the road really good. We always end up this section of the video just by telling you that depending on where you're viewing this video from, if you're not on our website, I would recommend go directly to our company website at www.hanksters.com. On there, you're going to see a complete list of all the options, a description of the car. You're going to see our retail pricing on there, and you're going to see upwards of 100 photos of this car and every car that we have at our location, as well as this video that you are watching. Along with the retail pricing, you're also going to notice that that includes, or I should say included with that, is enclosed shipping to anywhere within the 48 contiguous states, and it's also going to include our Hanksters 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty. What that entails is anything internally lubricated parts, as far as the engine, transmission, and rear end go, anything happens to that stuff, we recommend you give us a call right away within that 3-month or 3,000-mile time frame, and then we can get you started with the warranty process. Again, hopefully you don't need to have that. Everything's been checked over and everything in good running order on this car, but that is there for your benefit. As far as anything else, we always kind of go over the parts and accessories that you may want to possibly add on to a car. I'm not sure if you would want to add anything to this car. If there is anything though that does cross your mind, I would say go ahead and shoot us either a phone call, an email, or a text message. Let us know what that might be you'd like to have added to it. We'll be glad to go to work for you, get your pricing on parts and labor, and have it installed and get back to you. That way it helps make your decision to purchase a classic car and make it to what you want it to be a lot easier for you. So with that said, we'll go ahead and get this closed up here in just a minute. Then we'll go ahead and get it on our lift, show you what the complete underside looks like on this car, as well as fire this 327 up and let you hear what that motor along with these sound pipes all sound like. All right, folks, so here we are. We've got our 1967 Corvette here up on the lift, Corvette convertible that is. So as we do with every car, we're going to go through this car from front to back, going over everything that we see underneath here as far as frame, floors, steering, suspension, braking, all the running gear, the drive line, all of that stuff. So we're going to hit that right now. So as I'm standing underneath here, we look up. First thing I'm going to take a look at here is the cross member here. Again, cross member looks really good up here, looks nice and straight, and as we come out here, that's important because all of our suspension is going to bolt off of that. Your control arms, both your upper and lower control arms on this car, just your factory OE style control arms, stamped steel components, but everything has been checked. All of your mounting hardware, all the bushings where it mounts at the frame, all of our ball joints on both sides, all of that has all been checked over in our shop here to make sure everything is a good roadworthy quality component on this car, so it can be driven and be enjoyed with you know, all the other things going on with the car here. So as far as the rest of this stuff here is suspension wise, that's pretty much it as far as the front end goes, but we'll go to the steering. The steering, we always check things out like the drag length, the pitman arm, all of your tie rods, tie rod ends, and again, all of that stuff all looks to be in really good shape too. Tie rod ends all have the little rubber dust boot covers on them to keep the grease in, dirt and debris out. Your shocks and springs are in great condition. Even the brake lines and so forth that I look up here, those are in good condition too. Now they are a braided stainless line, so that is a plus in its own. Not a regular rubber line that can possibly expand and crack and so forth. Braided lines give you a lot better braking feel too. So that's what you have as far as that goes. As far as the brakes themselves, we are this is a manual brake car. They are discs all the way around, all four corners on this car. It is a power steering vehicle. And as far as wheels and tires go, we've got a set of 15-inch, the regular, just the GM Rally wheels, complete with the centers and the beauty rings. And on this car, as far as the tires go, again, BFGoodrich the Silvertown Radial with the Redline on it to give it that classic look, but yet give it the performance of a Radial tire. Again, the tread's in great condition on these, and the size on these, let me just check that out real quick. They are 205/75 15s on all four corners. Since we're under the center here and we can kind of look at all of the drive line underneath here, obviously we've been through this already with the walk around video, but things I'm looking at on this 327 cubic inch motor here are the oil pan. I want to check and make sure there's any leaks or drips underneath here, and there aren't any. Everything is nice and dry, even back at the drain plug, nice and dry there. Of course, you got your oil filter here inside this case. That is all dry up around the top where it seals, down here at the bolt, all dry. As far as the transmission, again, this is the Muncie M21 4-speed manual. It does have the cover in the front to protect that flywheel. All of your lines and so forth coming back, all nice and dry. All your rods and so forth have all been checked, and everything shifts nice and easy on the car. The transmission itself is nice and dry. Transmission cross member here is in great condition on this car too, and the actual mount itself is in good shape. We also checked the drive shaft up here where the output shaft seal is at the transmission. That is nice and dry as well. Drive shaft, obviously, going back to the rear end, all the universals have been checked out on that also. Now, as far as the frame and the floors and so forth, everything looks good underneath here, nice and straight. Floors are in great condition. Again, I'll say this, no rust on this car. Again, somebody might joke about that, but again, Corvettes, all fiberglass, so you're very rarely ever going to find rust, unless it's just some surface stuff like on some of the accessories and so forth. But as far as the floors go, in great condition. There's been no patches or anything like that made on the car, all nice and solid. Again, the floors are in great shape. Emergency brake all hooked up here also, so all your cables and everything all run as they should be. Got your cables going to either side here of the rear. Again, those are discs back there, but you do have that parking brake option all hooked up. As far as the exhaust, you'll notice we don't have anything coming back here. That's because we've got the dual exhaust here, side pipes. And those side pipes are in great shape. The exhaust coming down off of the manifolds of the motor all the way back here along the sides of the car in great shape. And they do have the covers there, as you saw from the walk around video looking at the outside of the car there. As far as the rear end goes, this is going to be your typical rear end setup here on your Corvette. So again, you've got the transverse mounted multi-leaf spring here. You've got your rods here to keep, to set your camber and so forth on the rear end. Your shocks are in great shape. The bushings and mounting hardware all in great condition. You've got the telescoping axles here, or they look like small drive shafts, but those are your axles. Again, universals have been checked on those. All of that is in great shape. Wheels and tires, again, same thing on the back as what's up front there, the 15-inch rallies with the BFGoodrich Silvertown radials there, 205 75 15s. As we come back, a little bit further, we do have the drop down here for that spare tire mount. That is there. I'm looking up in there. I don't think, I can't remember, but I don't think there's a spare tire in there, but you can see that the provision for that, the mounting area for it, all good and solid here. All of your mounting hardware and so forth, all in great shape on this particular car. Like I said, what we can see underneath here, as far as the body goes from underneath, everything looks to be in good shape, good, solid, no holes, no patches whatsoever. And that's pretty much it as far as our Corvette goes. There's not a whole lot to go over since there isn't a lot of, metal and so forth as far as the floors go on one of these. But that's pretty much it. So what we'll do at this point, get it down off of the lift. We'll go underneath the hood, we'll fire that 327 small block Chevy up and let you hear what that thing sounds like, along with those side pipe exhausts.